Alright, so we're finally doing it, the Project Slayers breathing tier list. This one's been requested a lot and I kept pushing it off, but now feels like the perfect time to break everything down. Couple quick notes before we dive in. This is just my opinion, but I'll keep it fair. We'll split it into PvE and PvP since what dominates in grinding doesn't always work in duels. And just to be clear, this video is only about breathings, not BTAs. Alright, let's get started. PvE breathings, water breathing. When we talk about PvE, water is always a safe starting point. It's dependable, most of its moves come with iframes or hyper armor, so you're not constantly getting knocked down. The only issue, it doesn't hit as hard as others. That puts water in high B tier, but while water plays it safe, the next breathing takes a much more aggressive approach. Flame breathing. Flame doesn't hold back with Rengoku, it just melts bosses. It's one of the strongest single target breathings in the game. The trade-off is that Flame doesn't handle groups very well. Great damage but limited coverage, so it falls into mid B tier. Now compared to Flame's raw power, the next one looks like it should be just as strong, but in practice, it's a bit underwhelming. Wind breathing, Wind has nice AoE and even lower breathing costs, which makes it sound amazing for grinding. The problem is it lacks reliable escapes and iframes, so when things get chaotic, it struggles to keep up. That's why I'd place Wind in low B tier. And if Wind feels like almost but not quite, the next breathing, well, it barely shows up to the party. Insect breathing. Insect does have its poison effect and some solid damage, but compared to the bigger options, it just doesn't stack up. You don't get the same versatility or survivability. Insect ends up in D tier for PvE, but where Insect disappoints, the next one really makes up for it. And this is where things get fun. Snow breathing. Snow is stacked, almost every move has iframes or hyper armor, and the ultimate rains down icicles that wipe mobs and bosses in seconds. If you've ever wanted PvE to feel easy, Snow delivers. It's a clear S tier, and hey, before we move on, if you're enjoying the breakdown so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Now if Snow feels busted, the next breathing takes it even further. Mist breathing. Mist is basically built for PvE, it works everywhere. Mugen Train, Aokigahara, boss farming, you name it. Mist dominates it. It doesn't just keep up with Snow, it outshines it, making Mist the very top of S tier. After Mist, the next breathing might not feel quite as broken, but it's still a solid pick if you want balance. Sound breathing. Sound is all about AoE and flashy combos. It doesn't quite hit Snow or Mist levels, but it's easier to use and still powerful enough to make farming smooth. That puts Sound in high A tier. Now Thunder. Thunder is kind of the opposite story. Early game Thunder feels incredible. The stuns, the range, the AoE, it's everything you'd want. But as you move deeper into PvE, it falls behind. Without strong iframes, it just can't keep up. Thunder ends up in high C tier. And then we've got the last one, which unfortunately doesn't get any better. Beast breathing. Beast sounds cool, but in practice it's clunky. A single target ult and weak AoE just don't cut it for PvE. Beast sits down in D tier, right at the bottom. PvP breathings. Now PvP is where everything changes. Breathings that struggled in PvE can suddenly shine here, while some of the best grinders fall off hard. Water breathing, and right at the top, water. In PvP, this breathing is a nightmare. Waterfall Basin alone is one of the best moves in the game, and almost every skill can extend combos, add in low breathing cost, and water easily takes S tier number 1. Snow doesn't let water sit too comfortably though. Snow breathing. Snow is still terrifying in PvP, the damage is off the charts, and with all the escapes, it's tough to punish. It just lacks water's range and consistency, so Snow lands just under it in S tier. But the real surprise comes with Wind. Wind breathing. Wind wasn't much in PvE, but in PvP, it becomes a real threat. The combo resets are nasty. You think you're safe and suddenly you're trapped again. It doesn't have the best escapes, but it's dangerous enough for A tier. And right alongside it, Flame makes its mark too. Flame breathing. Flame brings 2 combo escapers and solid damage, which makes it a reliable choice, not as explosive as Wind, but still consistent, so it sits at low A tier. From there, the rankings get a little trickier. Insect breathing. Insect actually improves in PvP. Poison damage and decent combo potential give it more value here than in PvE, putting it in high B tier. Sound breathing. Sound though struggles. The damage is there, but pulling off consistent combos is tough. It drops down to mid B tier. Thunder breathing. Thunder at least climbs a bit higher. The range helps it keep opponents away, though you'll need to play more passively since it lacks strong escapes. That puts Thunder in upper B tier. Then comes Mist, the biggest drop-off of all. Mist breathing. After dominating PvE, Mist really struggles in PvP. Weak block breakers and no reliable combo escapes make it tough to win duels. Mist falls all the way to C tier. And finally, Beast. Yeah, it doesn't get any better. Beast breathing. Beast stays clunky, short range, and awkward to use. Unfortunately, it's stuck at the bottom in D tier. So there it is, the full breathing tier list for both PvE and PvP. Mist rules PvE, Water dominates PvP, and Beast, Well, B still needs some love, but remember, tier lists aren't everything. The best breathing is the one that keeps you excited to log in and play. If you enjoy the style, use it no matter where it ranks. So what do you think? Did I rank them right, or would you put snow above water? Maybe give thunder a little more credit? Drop your thoughts down in the comments, I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.